Okay, bear with me, I had a genius idea. I just got a new job, so I am going to have to clean my makeup brushes all the time, which is something I'm not really used to. And by clean, I mean I'm not gonna deep clean them all the time, just because I don't use them that often, just for work. But I will be spot cleaning them like every single day. And that's just something I'm gonna have to do, and something I'm not used to. So I figured, in the time I usually just sit and clean my brushes, I could make a video for you guys and just talk. So this is going to be the brush talk series. And yes, I know the lighting's terrible and the video is terrible. It's literally like 7 o'clock and I'm filming on my MacBook. But like I said, this is just going to be me sitting and talking, and yes, you will hear me just messing with my brushes in the background. I also have to be super careful not to mess my new lipstick setup over, because I will show you how intricately that is put together. I don't want to knock those over. I just spent like 30 minutes putting it together, and that is all the lip products I own. I think just lipsticks alone I have 51, I think, and I just swatched them all on my arm because I have no life. Yeah, I did get a new job. I got I'm using just cleansing alcohol from Sally's to do this. I don't want you bitching at me about how that's not, so you're supposed to clean them, whatever. Anyways, I got a new job. There is an Ulta opening about 10 minutes from my house, and the closest one, other than the new one, is about 20 minutes away. And the new one that's opening has a MAC counter, a MAC Cosmetics counter, and that's where I'm gonna be working, which is amazing. And when I learned I got the job, it was surreal. I can tell the story about how I got the job and everything and all the drama that was related to it, but other than that, I'm really, really happy I got the job. And any makeup artist will tell you that getting a job as a MAC artist is amazing, and it has so many amazing opportunities available to the artists just to grow their career professionally, and just overall it's an amazing company to work for. But when I got the job, it was kind of surreal because it's super hard to get a job for MAC, guys. It is. And the only other person I had put makeup on before, like a full face of makeup on, is my fiance. Thank you, Garrett. I love you so much for you letting me do that. But he's the only person that I've like put full face glam makeup on and stuff like that. And I've never really gone super in-depth with beauty makeup. And so, I don't know, it's gonna be a huge learning experience for me. But I'm really glad I have this job opportunity, guys. It's going to be fan-freaking-tastic just as a job, and it's gonna help me grow so much, and I'm super excited for it, and I can't wait to start. It's gonna be hell. It's going to suck for a while, just because, one, it's the only MAC opening in this area. Sorry, I got a notification. It's the only Ulta opening in this area, and they have a MAC counter, and the only other MAC is by the other Ulta, and there's no makeup stores in this area, so it's gonna be huge, and it's gonna be super packed, and of course, the MAC counter is going to be terrible, and I heard there's only gonna be me and 2 other people, and I'm part-time because of school. But at least I get the job opportunity, you know. They're not like, oh, you can't work for us because you can't work full-time. I'm almost done with my first semester of college, and it's been weird, you guys. It's been real weird. I started off taking 15 credit hours, which was 5 classes. And I took a year and a half off of school after I graduated. I didn't mean to take a year and a half off. I meant to take a year off, and then I missed the application deadline for the fall semester, so I'm behind everyone. But college is a completely different experience from high school, and I never really believed adults when they told me that. I was like, oh, you know, it's probably gonna be similar just because I'm going to a community college right now. And I honestly prefer college so much, and it's weird because all of my friends have gone to college. they're still attending for the most part. But all my friends that have gone to college, like have attended college, most of them have dropped out because they can't afford it or they just don't like how it is. I think I only have one friend that's still going to college classes, and that's crazy to me. Like, I always knew I loved learning, and I love learning new things, but it's just the people, you guys. The people in high school just suck. The only people who say they have a really good experience in high school were popular, and that's the truth. Of course, in typical YouTuber fashion, I wasn't popular. I was the geek, I was bullied, and all that. So, yeah, high school sucked. Like it does for 90% of the people that go to high school. But I like college a lot more. Just because the people are more mature for the most part. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's stuff I don't like about it. And that's all the stuff I don't like about it is revolved around the people. I'm not a big people person, guys. I'm not. I mean, when it comes to work, I can be. I've had work in so many different retail situations. So I know how to deal with people in a work environment. But in school, it's like, I don't know. It's different. It's like, when you're in school, like in college, and you have those people that walk in 30 minutes late to class every single time. It's like, you're paying for this class. You're paying a lot of money for this class. And you're only coming in for half of it, or you're even passing. I don't know. That's just how I see it. I plan to continue my education. And I plan to hopefully at least get a master's. I want to pick a degree where I can continue my education a lot further if I want to. Like, there's those degrees where you can just get an associate's and then jump right into your career. I don't want that, you know. I want a career where I could get a bachelor's at least, or a master's if I want to, or even a doctorate. That's something that's really interesting to me. Just having that level of education and knowledge is... My computer just did. Sorry. Just having that level of education is something I really, really want. And I want to be able to further my education as far as it can go. And there's some people that are in college just to party, and that's not what I want. That's not what I want to do. I've never been a partier, first of all. I know when I first started this channel, I was straight edge, which means I didn't drink or any of that, but now I'm not straight edge. I don't do drugs. Trust me, I don't. Not my thing either, but I'm not straight edge anymore. So I do drink occasionally, but it's just like with my parents at restaurants because I'm not 21 yet. I guess these videos are kind of like a mukbang video, or mukbang. You know what I'm talking about, where people just like eat food. They stuff their face and they sit and talk and they just spew thoughts, I guess. I mean, to me, this is kind of like the format of a live stream, just where I can sit and speak my mind about anything that I want. And this is actually where I sat and did my first and only live stream so far. I mean, my computer was a little more this way, but this is where I sat for the live stream, and I had really long hair back then. I think I cut my hair less than a month after I did that, and then I came back. Well, cut hair, I know that, but I think the video I released after my live stream was the second Let's Talk About Egos 3, something like that. I don't even know. And there is a reason I haven't been posting on YouTube that much, and it's just because it's not that I don't have motivation, guys. It's not that. It's I cannot churn out video ideas every single week, once a week, or even multiple times a week. It's just not something I'm able to do, and I've always thought I was a creative person, and when I was a kid, like up until middle school, I loved doing that, and I was able to come up with new stories all the time. They would just pop out of my brain, and I would write it down, and it would be amazing, and I was always creative like that. You know, I've never been creative in, like, drawing and that kind of stuff, but I was always able to just churn out new ideas for stuff constantly. And I don't know, when it got to high school and I started filming videos, I had ideas for videos, but not that many. Like, I had the misconceptions of blank, those videos, like misconceptions of Texans and just videos like that. And the reason I was able to come up with those is because they applied to my life. Like the misconceptions of Texans. I lived in Texas my entire life. I've never moved. Misconceptions of being of vegetarians. I was a vegetarian for 3.5 years. I'm not anymore. That's just for health reasons because my iron got really low. But I was able to make those videos all the time just because they were things that applied to me, you know. Misconceptions of the deaf. I was in sign language for 4 years. And so I was involved with the deaf community. And so I had a bunch of knowledge about it. I ran out of ideas. And yeah, I could make a dumb, mediocre video or whatever. That's probably what you're thinking. I couldn't even think of ideas like that. Guys, when it came to what time on my channel? Probably before even my second Q&A, I was running out of ideas. I didn't have any idea what I was doing at all. And my channel was growing and growing. It didn't get big. It got to maybe like 550 subscribers, and now I'm under 500, guys. And it's just because I'm not entertaining and I never upload. And there's a few of you that have stuck around for a while, and I really appreciate you guys for that. You are very active in my comment section. There's a few of you that always comment on my videos, and you tell me that to keep my head up and things are gonna get better, and they have. They have gotten exponentially better. But that's conditional, I guess. They get better and they get worse, and they get better and they get worse. But that's just how life, for me at least, goes. Because I go through ups and downs and just things like that. Speaking about things getting better, I know the last video on here that I uploaded was talking about me starting to go to the gym and lose weight, and that I'll be vlogging my whole experience. And believe me, I have all intentions of doing that. I really do. And I tried. I vlogged a couple times, and I started eating better, and I got a gym membership, and I've kind of fallen off the rails. And so I haven't gone to the gym in a week and a half at least, and I'm not eating better. I mean, I had a giant Firehouse sub sandwich today, and I had a Reese's peanut butter egg from Easter this morning. And it's just, I don't want to lie about what I'm doing. Be like, wow, I'm making so much progress and I'm eating healthy, when I know that I'm not. You know, I know that I eat unhealthy all the time. I know that I wake up in the middle of the night, go down to my kitchen and eat like a tiny blueberry muffin. And that's just the kind of thing I do. And it's a habit. It is such a habit. I need to break that habit. I've been doing it for years and years and years. And guys, it's super hard. And I'm going to try and take steps. I'm trying to take steps in the right direction. I really am. But it's super hard. I didn't know how hard it would be. Going to the gym was super hard, and of course I have the anxiety in the back of my head. These people are staring at me thinking, why is she here? Just that, and it's gonna be hard for me to overcome. And I know it's only gonna get overcome if I keep going to the gym and I keep working out and I feel more confident with how I look, and just overall it's gonna be hard. Changing pretty much every aspect of my life is gonna be hard, because when Garrett and I go out to eat or we hang out, we get food that's not good for us. And that's just what you do. You go out, well, at least we go out to Torchy's or Steak and Shake or Fuddruckers or Whataburger all the time, because that's just the places we like to eat and the places we like to hang out, because we're teenagers, guys. And don't get me wrong, I love Garrett to death and he loves me. Hey, I know you're watching this, I love you. And he is the most supportive person in my life, besides, you know, Zach and just like my friends. But he is the most supportive person in my life, and he has offered to help me in ways that I can't even begin to name, guys. I am so thankful for him. He's offered to help me go to the gym. He's offered to work out with me, because he works out 3 times a week at least at the gym. And it's hard. I want to accept, but he lives 30 minutes away from me. So either I would have to drive 30 minutes over to the gym that he's at, or he would have to drive 30 minutes to the gym in my neighborhood that I work out at. And I just don't want to have to put that burden on him. Be like, oh, you want to work out? Drive 30 minutes. You know, that's not something I want to do. Of course, I want his help. I want him by me, because being with him, like, physically in the same space has always helped me. Like, whenever I'm experiencing, like, thoughts of anxiety and stuff, I know I can always go to him and it'll help. But he has been amazing, and he's been one of the best things that has ever happened to me. I cannot express how thankful I am to have him in my life, just because he is such an amazing influence on me. He has helped me tremendously, just like in my mental health, and he has pushed me to just be a better person. He pushed me to go to college because he knows it's something that I want, and he's pushed me to make new friends and talk to people, and because of him I've met people that I never would have met elsewhere, and they're amazing people, and his family's amazing. And you guys, like I said, I cannot express how much I care about him and how much I love him. And if you follow me on any social media, you will see how much I do love him, because I post about him constantly. Not even about him, I just like post random shit that we do, like random pictures of him. I can make an entire brush talk about him, just because I do love him more than I've loved anyone else. And I told him, like, I just broke down crying one day, like months ago, and personal story time, not even story time. I said, you are the first person I've loved that cares if I get hurt, because I've loved 2 other people, and part of the reason it hurt so much when things went sour is because they didn't care about how I felt. And I made a story about one of them. Not even a story. The working with someone you loved. That was one of them. But he has been, at least in the past, in the time I've known him, he's been the best thing that's happened to me. And that includes getting my Hunter Hayes poster signed, and just thinking about him. I'm not seeing him today. I can't see him on Sundays. He goes to church and he spends time with his family. So that's partly why I'm doing this, is because he's at church and I can't talk to him right now. If you guys want to meet him, if you want me to make a video with him, I have filmed one with him. We played Cards Against Humanity, but I don't know. I think I lost that memory card or something. I don't know where it is. I don't know where that video is, guys. But if you want me to make a video with him, just so you can see him, and you'll see how much I love him if I do make a video with him, just because you can see how much of a weirdo I really am. And I will openly admit, 1000%, there has been times, if not most of the time, where I have faked my personality on this channel. And that's what a lot of YouTubers do, guys. if you meet any YouTuber, not any YouTuber, but like, I feel like 90% at least of the time, if you met a YouTuber in real life that you follow, they would not be the same. And that's what it was like with my first couple videos. Not even my first couple videos, guys, up until my last video, there has been times where I've just not been 100% true to how I am in real life. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is a side of me that is loud and boisterous and not extroverted, but I can come across that way. And I don't want to say it's an act, because it's not entirely true, but it is somewhat of an act. And that first video I made about Garrett, what was it called? Something, I think it was called What Is This? I'm talking about Garrett, by the way, in that. I'm like, oh, there's this really cool guy, and we're going to an archery range. I was talking about Garrett. He watched that video, he found my channel. Well, I told him about my channel. In the first couple days we knew each other. And he watched that, and he said I was completely different, because in real life, when I was hanging out with him, you know, during the day, he only saw me as like a quiet person because I didn't really talk, and that's how I am until you really get to know me. I'm just a quiet person. I'm such an introvert, guys, and this right now, just me talking, is, I feel like, as real as I've ever been on this channel. Even when I make videos with my friends, I'm not 100% true to how I am. If you just saw me on the street, I mean, to be honest, if I ever got approached on the street, I would be so awkward, just because that's who I am as a person. But I am done cleaning my brushes. If you want to hear anything about anything in particular, like about my new job at Mac, or about Garrett, or about school, or anything like that. Also, I'm sorry that I keep looking down at myself like I am right now. It's just I have myself pulled up just so I can see if it stops recording. Thank you if you are still watching this. I know a lot of you probably aren't, but if you are, thank you for sticking around. I'm not gonna do the usual spiel of, oh, hit that subscribe button and like this video. Let's see if we can get this video to 3,000 likes or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. I've never liked doing that, and I'm terrible at saying things like that because I always mess up and I have to say it again and again and again and again, and I hate it. And I eventually get like really annoyed. But genuinely, thank you for watching. If you are still here, I know this is a long video. I'm going to try and cut it as least as possible. One, because editing is such a huge hassle, and two, I want this to be as authentic as possible. So thank you for still watching. I will try not to be this shiny next time we talk. Oh my god, it's so bad. Well, this is because of highlight, but like, whatever. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna save the Space Girl Murgatroyd. Thank you for watching. I've said that like a million times. I'm gonna go now.